My name is Khan.
No, baby. You've got to use your epiglottis. Khan. Khan.
Khan.
Ooh, don't spit when you do it. But yeah, that was pretty close. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hi, I'm Donathan.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are Craving Cinematics. Well, we finally watched My Name is Khan last night. And we really didn't know, at least I didn't, what to really expect going in to watch this movie. Now, we did do the trailer reaction and review. So I expected more of along the lines of Rain Man, with the autistic overcoming these insurmountable obstacles. What we got was...
Oh boy, a lot more than that.
a lot more than that. It was mind-blowing, to be honest. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Kelly tell you what she thought of it first. Then I'm going to kind of come in behind her.
Okay, well, I want to preface this video first with we are a movie review and a trailer reaction YouTube site. We are not political at all. This movie evidently has brought up a lot of politics in India. Fully understand all of the politics, where you guys are coming from. We don't mind at all you expressing your opinion on our YouTube channel comment section. Just please know that because we don't want to get political, because we are trying to care about everybody, we look at them, we read every single comment that has come into us, but we will not comment back on them. We just don't want to offend anybody. We just want everybody to feel like they can come to our channel and feel at home. So with that being said, wowsy, wowsy, wowsy. That movie, you know, never in my life have I felt the emotion that I was feeling when watching that movie last night. I can't even describe what that emotion was.
I agree.
It was something, though, that honestly I have never in my life felt before. You know, there were parts where it was sad and you wanted to cry. And I teared up, but I didn't actually fully cry. Just because this strange emotion, I couldn't cry. But I did tear up. I got mad. I was angry at certain parts of the movie, and I was happy and cheering for you know, all of the characters, actually, except for the doctor, who is bad. I wasn't cheering for him. I'm glad he got arrested and was put in jail. Anyway, this movie was beyond beautiful. This movie was beyond insightful. It was just, oh, wow. Amazing, beautifully written, beautifully executed, acted, beautifully directed. It was in America, which was nice to see, you know, the Indian take on the cinematography, which is something that you all do very well, and see the cinematography play out in America. That was kind of cool. There was a part where the main character went to Georgia. And both Donathan and I've lived in Georgia, but we both kind of said, oh boy, our boy is in some trouble now. You know, cause it's a little different in Georgia. Not bad at all. Boy, let me tell you, there's some good food. But he ended up in a black community, and as a Muslim, I just wasn't sure how he was going to be treated, but that whole section of the movie where the mama took him in and made him family, and he went back to help with the hurricane, and then people just, that was beautiful to me. Absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, my overall impression of the movie and the acting and the directing was phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to turn it over to Jonathan to see what he has to say. Then we're going to get into some insightful things that we kind of noticed about the movie.
Okay. I agree with everything Kelly said so far. However, I cried like a baby. Going through this movie, you know, I knew it was going to be a difficult movie to watch on many levels. Going into it, I knew he was going to be bullied growing up. I knew he was going to go through a lot of hardships. But as the movie progressed, like Kelly, I began to process emotions I've never really experienced from a movie before, which was really surprising to me, but also very welcome. I don't think I've had a movie impact me so much as this one has. Now, Kelly and I have seen a lot of movies together. We've seen a lot of impactful movies. We primarily watch documentaries when looking for insightful information and, you know, things that are active, something that we could get involved with. I never expected anything like that from a fictional movie before. So, while watching this, like Kelly said, we both were experiencing emotions we've never experienced before while watching a movie. But it really got me to thinking. And that, I have to say, that is the highest compliment I can give to any film. Documentary, fiction, whatever it is. If you can get me to really think and focus on the subject and what the message is, then that's saying something. Because usually I go into a movie to be entertained and to kind of escape.
Well, and normally the way we do our trailer or our movie reviews is we watch the movie, then we immediately come into the studio to do the review on it. So it's real fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
But last night we could not do that. The movie was over and we sat there and we just stared at each other.
Yeah.
And, neither one of us could speak for the longest time. And then when we did start finding the words, we, really dove into it, but we could not come into the studio last night because of the emotions. We were so emotional over it. We needed to wait and process everything through so we could actually sound intelligent to you guys.
Well, with all of that being said, before we go on to what we feel is the meat of the message, is give it a rating. Out of 10, what do you give this movie?
You know, I think we're going to have to come up with a new rating chart for Indian movies. 10 is just not enough. You know, but yeah, I'm going to have to give this one a 10 also. And when I do a rating on a movie, you know, I take in the writing of the script, I take in the direction, I take in musical score, which, you know, beautiful music in this. Cinematography, I'm huge. I guess you've gathered this by now on cinematography and how it plays into the story. Of course, acting, the interactions with the characters. And, you know, really on this movie, the only thing I will have to say about it that's can even be construed as a negative is that parts of it were a little bit slow. There were some, you know, slow parts to it, especially getting started. But one thing that I have to give a positive rating to is that regardless of how long the movie is going to be, the Indian movie makers, you know, if it's going to be a 3-hour film because they need it to be 3 hours to get the story across and cover, you know, holes and make sure that it's understandable and it's complete, they'll take the 3 hours. They won't cut something here or cut something there. And that's one thing I like about it. But in some parts, it was just a little bit slow. but it was still needed. What would you give it?
Me? I agree. We're going to have to come up with a new rating scale because I rarely give a 10, and when I do, it really deserves it. I've had to up that once before with Bajrangi Bhaijaan, and I gave it a 10 plus. I feel that this film is at least on par, if not a little bit better than that one, so even a 10 plus seems to do injustice to it.
Okay.
Well, anything else?
No, I think that's got it covered for me. I'm still, I'll be honest, being here on camera and talking about this movie again is kind of bringing up all the emotions all over again, and just I kind of want to go sit in my chair and be reflective for a while. So, I'm Kelly.
I'm Donathan.
And we are Craving Cinematics.
Bye.
Bye-bye.